Hello.
Hello. Happy Friday. Happy very early Saturday for you, Mark. It's May 1st here. Just turned to May 2nd there. 2026. It's the weekly update. Lots to talk about today. You're back home now. How was the trip, Mark? I guess let's just start there. Let's went to.
Yes,
Go ahead.
it was a really interesting trip. I met a lot of people. I was able to talk about a lot of things. I interviews. I probably saw the one with Bruce, since it's on.
Yes, that's the one with Bruce Fenton, and I saw the one with Vlad posted an interview as well, right? Or he's about to post one.
Yeah, I think he's going to post it during the week.
Yeah, that's really cool. Plus, seeing you get to play Magic was cool, and you were hanging out with a bunch of people from Kraken and celebrities and
Yep,
people from the Bitcoin conference and all that stuff. So that was very cool to see.
a lot of nice people. A lot of things that will be announced from this me going over there that haven't been announced yet. But overall, it's a very nice, very cool. I don't regret going there.
You don't regret it, even though you did fly around. Like I was just saying, around the world in 80 days? You went around the world in like 4 days.
Yeah.
Because you went halfway and then you
Typically,
went
it
back.
takes, I think, 3 days to get used to a new time zone. So I went there, I got used to it, and then I went back again.
Then you went back again. Yeah. So just take some time, take some rest. I'm sure it's good to be home, but it was very cool to see. And I will say, I think you had a lot of positive feedback from people who were like happy to see you there and things like that. Did
Yes.
people come up to you and ask to take a picture or anything?
Oh, yeah, I did get a lot of pictures taken. I met some people from the first company that made hardware miners, which I was probably one of the first person to buy miners from them.
Oh wow.
So they gave me a chip from one of those miners.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Not like it was your first visit to the U.S. So there's a lot. I mean, Mount Gox
Yes.
was a huge story for like U.S. crypto investors and people that were interested. And it was the first time
Oh,
you were over here. There was
I mean, Mongox was the name Mongox comes from Magic the Gathering. The fact that we play Magic at a Bitcoin convention is definitely linked to the whole
yeah,
Mongox.
that was super interesting. I watched your match against I can't remember. I watched your match. We went to the flip off at the end because I realized it was the third match. That was like your tiebreaker, and I
Yeah,
I think if they do it again, they should maybe do like more World Poker. They need like World Poker tour it up and like mic you guys up and do it up a little bit more because it was interesting.
yeah. The main issue is that we didn't have the time to. We took a long time to choose the cards. Uh, those were very special cards. Magic the Gathering cards from 93, 94, like the very beginning. And
Yeah.
I don't know any of the cards.
Yeah, that's the thing. The commentators, I think, both those guys whose names escape me as well, they did a really good job explaining all this stuff. But I think, yeah, I think this was cool. Especially, I understand the OG of it, having all the OG cards, super valuable cards, also, from what I understand. You guys doing
Yes,
the ante system and things.
if you look at Black Lotus, the original cards, they've been going at prices like 500K to a few millions.
Yeah. So I get the look of it, having you guys play with these super expensive cards. But I think it was cool to see you guys draft them and all that stuff. But I think maybe if they do it next year, maybe they should have you guys pre-draft and then spend more time with you guys actually playing or
Yep.
something like that.
Either pre-draft or maybe at least have a list of the cards because I mean this event has been the time to prepare for the event hasn't been long enough, I think, and
Right.
a lot of details were given at the last minute because of that. So it's
Well,
not easy to make an event like that.
no, it's not at all. No, it's not. It's not a criticism at all. I think it was incredibly cool, and I appreciate them inviting you. And it looked like you were having fun, and it was neat to do. Yeah, there it is. Uh, and not a criticism at all. I just think if they're going to do it and spend the money to do it, they may as well get their maximum impact out of it. And I think,
Yeah, but I think it will
why-
we'll do that again next year,
yeah, that
or
would be
maybe at
super
another
cool.
event, and we'll get more preparation for it. And
Yeah,
I do think that if we know the cards that are going to be there in advance, which is not uncommon actually with Magic the Gathering,
yeah,
we'll be able to know a little bit more, like recognize the cards.
yeah. Maybe do something like a couple rounds of special draft
Yeah.
to add into your decks or something like that.
It will be a lot faster, I think.
Yeah, no, I think it was very cool, and like I said, I have to imagine logistics were quite insane. So it was very cool, Kraken and them, the Bitcoin conference, to set that up. But yeah, I think next year I think people liked it. I think people were excited for it, and I think if they do it again, it'll just be that much better. But it was still extremely cool to see. It was interesting. Like I said, I've played Magic a few times. I'm not very good at it, but I like watching people play it. Especially if they try to keep the decks relatively balanced, which also didn't even seem like that was the case either, because there was some just like wildly overpowered cards out there.
Yeah, but interesting thing is like most of the like very best cards were taken by Cassius, and he
Right.
lost to Jesse, who had probably won some of the worst picks and had to switch cards while taking cards.
Right. Yes. Right. So
Because if you have well, of course, Black Lotus, even if you have it, you don't know if it's going to come up.
right, because you have to draw your card, just random shuffle.
Yeah.
Right.
But still, that was very interesting.
Yeah, it was
For
very
me, it
cool
was
to
the first
see.
time I played with the physical cards.
Yeah, that was the first time you're playing. It's probably the first time playing for a few of the people there.
Yeah.
But I like to see it. I would have liked to see another day or two of it. To be
Oh,
honest
by
with
the
you.
way, I
Right.
also had a bonus card at the end,
Oh,
a Kraken card.
a Kraken card. Is that an actual card, or did they make that up?
No, it's completely made up, but it's
Yeah,
fun to see that.
it's cool though. I like the little Bitcoin logo on it. That's neat.
I mean, the event was sponsored by Kraken. Jesse is a huge Magic player, so
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell this was like his baby, obviously, right? Like this whole thing was his idea. But it was
and I think
cool.
like not only everyone had a lot of fun, but even the event, you have messages from David, who said like he really likes the event. So
No, it was definitely cool. And like I think Bruce Fenton played on day 2 and everything.
yes, he
So
played against me and I lost.
hey, don't feel bad about it. I guarantee you, I don't think I've ever won a Magic game either. I had a friend of my wife's who was big into the Magic, and he's like, no, you'll love it. And I'm like, I don't know. Like I usually stick to video games, but okay. And then he's like, "Oh, I'll go easy on you." And then the first match, he's summoning like infinite skeletons, and I couldn't do anything. And I'm like, "Yeah, this is so much fun."
Yeah, the thing is, you don't know. I mean, you may not be able to go easy on someone because you don't know what you're going to have in your deck.
Right? Yeah.
You put your cards, but sometimes the draws are with you, and the times they are not with you. On the first few match I had with Gabrielle, things were
That's who it was. You went
good for me
1-1.
actually.
You went
Yeah.
1-1, right? Go ahead. Sorry.
We were at 1-1, and I think I was going on a good direction. I had the picks the cards I wanted, and we were told, okay, time out. So now we're going to use this method to decide who wins.
Yeah, the Orb of Destruction or whatever. I saw that when you guys were flipping the card,
The
which you went back. Chaos
Orb.
Orb. Yeah, Chaos Orb. You guys went back 3 or 4 times. It was pretty neat.
Yeah. And because he won, he went to play against Jesse, and Jesse won against everyone. So
Right. So did Jesse ultimately win the tournament?
Yes, he did.
Nice, nice. Well, it was fun, man. Like I said, it was very fun to see. I guarantee you did a better job than I could have. There was no way I would have like I said, I played a few times, not seriously, and I don't think I've ever won a match. So I think more about just being there and seeing everyone was being fun. It was cool, and it was cool to see such a positive reaction to you being there as well. So we definitely appreciate Kraken for inviting you and putting that on, and hopefully they do it again.
Yeah,
And yeah,
it was. I mean, being there, my first time in the US playing cards with uh, JC and everyone was really a unique experience.
yeah, I could tell it was.
And
Yeah,
just wearing the kimono in Las Vegas, that was.
yeah, that was super interesting as well. We
Yeah,
should talk about.
I walked through the hotel and different things with this, and everyone would look.
Yeah, I'm sure. Which is funny because you're in Vegas and you'd expect people probably wouldn't look, but they're still looking because you got the Black Dragon kimono on. You're in a town where people have seen things, you know what I'm saying? And they're still like,
Yeah,
is that guy wearing a dragon kimono right now? So again, much appreciation to you for uh, both doing that. I think on a personal, I'd have to imagine when like is this probably the biggest thing you've been to like crypto or Bitcoin wise in a while?
I believe so. Yes,
Yeah,
I haven't been to much of anything in last year. The year before, I went to WebEx, Korea Blockchain Weeks, and so on. Uh, but I just went to talk with journalists and meet people, and
right.
not really do any. No, I mean, for web actually Korea Blockchain Week, I had a fireside, I think it's called,
Yeah.
where I talked with someone, but it was a lot more limited than what uh, I did here.
I think it's good, man. I know that you did your interview with Bruce, and he said the same thing. You're an intrinsic part of Bitcoin's lore. You're a true Bitcoin celebrity. It was cool to see some of that happening for you. You know, I think
Yeah,
that's like did
and
you enjoyed going? Was it fun? You know.
yeah, and actually, one thing, by the way, you know how Vlad was there and uh, did interviews and took pictures and so on. I think he came because I told him I would be there.
Oh, that's cool. I think if we had more because we kind of kept it secret for a while because we didn't know
Yeah,
if what was going on. I think if we'd had a little more run up time, you probably would have had more things like that happen. You
yeah.
know, I
I
think there are
wasn't
people that
sure
do want to meet
how.
you. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure how security and so on would be handled, so I had a little bit. Uh,
right?
I mean, this was a lot of last minute things. I was invited. I say okay. Uh,
No, I and it's I we appreciate them so much for doing that. It's very cool.
yeah,
On your behalf, I appreciate that. Not
but
to
I think
mention,
next time we'll be announcing this a lot earlier. Uh,
yeah.
that will make us so possible to do a lot more things.
Well, they probably didn't even know how it would be received, really, either. You
Yeah,
know, and I think it was received well. I think
yeah, I think so too.
it was super cool to see that. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad it was worth the trip out there. We appreciate Kraken a lot. We appreciate Jesse and all of them. It was really cool to see. It was fun. Even just watching the draft was fun. But like I said, I think if they were going to do it again, it'd be nice to have make maybe like a little bit more of a tournament. You guys play for a couple days or something like that.
Yeah,
Give you guys a little more turn time in the matches and stuff. And
yeah. I don't know if everyone was available like all of the days and stuff like that because we have a lot
right,
of celebrities who have a lot of.
a lot of things they got to
Yeah,
do. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And maybe they could even do a thing where, uh, like you guys do the celebrity tournament on one day, like you did, and then maybe they could like sponsor a couple of you to go play in the regular tournament on day two or something like that. I'm sure people would love that.
yeah. I
Something
mean,
like
I considered going to the regular tournament on day two, but I had a few interviews planned and
yeah.
people to meet.
Yeah. Plus, well, you got a 20-hour flight home as well. So I understand not doing that, but something like that would be cool. I'm sure there's lots of ideas. Like I said, this was pretty much like, do people even want to see this? And I think that they got enough response to it that hopefully year two happens, and if they do, they invite you back.
Yeah. But yeah, my best memory of that there was I managed to do a very, very fine play on my second fight.
Oh yeah.
Let me show you the state of
Oh,
the
you
board.
you got the picture there. Nice.
Yeah, I took a picture because I don't think I will ever be able to reproduce that.
No,
I was
because you had
using a
like
CPU.
insane cards. Is that Soul Ring there?
Hmm?
Is that the
Yes, a
Soul Ring?
sovereign,
Yeah, I saw
Sol
you pull
ring.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, if you see the life points, I was losing badly, and I only had one HP remaining, and I played a card which is basically my HP and the HP of the opponent are reversed. It's
That's
a switcheroo.
That's switcher. That's classic Magic, man. That's the reason I can't get into it, because like I would be pissed. I would be so pissed because
Yeah,
you just hit it with the old switcheroo. Hey, let's just you had 19, I got one. Uh-oh. No, you don't.
yeah. Let me see if I can pause this quickly. Yes, I can upload because this is here it is, Mirror Universe.
Wow. Okay. Well, it just straight up switcheroos the life pools. It's
Yes.
And the,
So
cra- the crazy part is Magic is just like littered with cards like this that do like insane effects. That's crazy.
yeah,
That's what I remember when I was playing against my friend. He's like, actually, this is a small number of zombies and skeletons. Technically, I could spawn infinite. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That seems fair.
yeah. I know people do that with rabbits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
one rabbit is not very powerful, but uh, the guy can end with 20 to 100 rabbits in like 2 or 3 turns. So
Right, yeah, very, very quickly. Yeah, very quickly. That starts to add up fast.
yeah, and the issue is you can only defend against one attack with one card. So
Right.
if you don't have the same number of cards, it's the end of you.
Yeah, you don't last very long. Let's put it that way. Yeah, no, that was what happened to me. Very similar situation. So, K's in the chat says, GMK, how you doing, friend? It's the dev of Flash
Hey,
Fi. Flash Fi is on the platform of the Tibane pool. Good morning. No, it was very cool. It was super exciting to see that. Some good interviews. And some more things coming out of it still as well. Probably happen
yeah,
probably over the weekend or next week, maybe.
I think so. I mean, we know there will be the interview with Vlad, and there will be more things.
Cool.
I'm waiting.
It's cool that Vlad was there. That was cool. He did a
Yeah,
nice interview with us early when you first started with the Tibon. So that's cool to see him there and have you guys talk. Yeah, the Bruce interview was very good. Bruce did a very good interview. That was cool to see as
yeah.
well.
We went actually right after dinner. He was like, tomorrow we don't have time to do the interview, and he say, okay, how about now? And I say, yeah, sure. So we went next to the room next and just did the interview there.
Nice. Yeah, it looked like you. What was your favorite part from the whole trip?
It's difficult to say because the whole thing was very like,
Surreal.
yeah, surreal.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And that was my first time in the US. Indeed.
Did you manage to get a Quiznos sub?
Unfortunately, no. I wanted to go there, but the timeline didn't allow me to do that. So most of my food ended being late night room service because I couldn't.
No,
Uh, the day was crazy.
yeah, it was a tight time constraint, and you were busy. The tournament day, I didn't realize how long it was going to be. It was a long day. You guys drafted
Yeah,
it was from the morning until well into the evening, I think, right?
yeah. The drafting itself was way too long, and they had to reduce the time we had for the
The
matches because.
matches, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, we if you don't know the cards you are taking, it takes time to choose the right cards.
I think everyone involved would be happy though, because I'm sure who runs Magic? What's the company that runs Magic? Off the top of my head,
Wizards of the Coast.
is that Wizards of the Coast too? They do that as well. And okay,
Yes, D&D, Magic. It's
I
the
knew they
same.
do D&D. I wasn't sure if they also did Magic. My nerd foo is lacking as of late, but I thought it was. I was gonna say Wizards. It's the top of my head, but I didn't want to speak wrong. But I'm
Yeah,
sure Wizards was happy having you guys handle just like ancient pieces of Magic lore on camera for hours. I'm sure they were cool with that. You know,
yeah, I hope so.
I'm sure they like that was pretty much like, hey, look at all these like really awesome cards that everyone wants, and these celebrities are going to pick them and choose them and build decks around them. I'm sure Wizards was had to be happy with that. Had to be.
I hope they didn't look too close because I'm really not good at this thing yet. Like
I don't.
at one of the peaks, the I heard after when I checked the stream, but the announcer said, "Oh yes, he's definitely going to take this card," and I didn't take the card they said because
Yeah, I remember
uh,
I was listening to that, and then I was listening, and I'm thinking, oh, he should have done that. I'm like, and then I'm thinking, there's no way. Like the announcers even said these cards are so obscure. They don't have never seen them or whatever. They played with them once when they were 12. So like, how could you possibly know? You know?
yeah, and actually that card is probably very good if you know the name of the various cards and what they are.
Right.
Because the card they said I would take is called Debut. Sorry, what's the name exactly? Let me check that quickly.
I do appreciate that you're doing post analysis on your performance, like a quarterback.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, that wasn't even the one I saw. I didn't see that one. What, Nebuchadnezzar?
Yeah, let
Oh,
me put it on screen for everyone to see.
I gotta
And
appreciate, Mark, that you went right into the film room like a quarterback on Monday morning. I you get those football players play on Sunday, and then Monday morning they're in the film room watching the tape. Like
so
you got a
look
whole
at
year to
this.
the next. Let me see this. Okay,
Name a
name a.
card. Opponent reveals X card from his or her hand at random or enter your hand. And if he or she doesn't have enough cards, opponent then discard any of those cards that match the one you named.
Wow. So like if they had Black Lotus and they were holding it and you named it, it would kill it.
Yes. That wouldn't assume that I knew the card.
Right. Right.
Which
You'd have to know the names of all the cards.
yeah,
Right.
I know none of the cards.
Right.
So I
Right.
saw this, I read it, and okay, this is not something I will ever be able to use.
Right, because you don't know the name. Plus, it was all like ancient cards, so you'd have
Yes.
to remember who picked. Not only would you have to know your entire deck, you'd have to remember the decks everyone else built and who had what.
Yes. So not happening.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Yeah, not
Oh,
gonna happen.
and I need to pick up something. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Sure, go ahead. So yeah, while Mark was also in the United States, we did do. We actually had quite a few onboards come on platforms. So we'll cover that in a minute as soon as Mark gets back. Um, I know Hearthstone. I've played Hearthstone a little bit. I'll ask Mark when he comes back about that. Um, let me see if anyone responded to coming into the stream. I'm not sure if anyone did. I don't think so. Let's see. Checking the chats here. I don't believe so. Let's check the chat here in the Telegram. Let's see the comments. We got some new follows, got some new people on the chart. Oh, this is old stuff. That's why. Gotta go to the current stuff. Yes, we are live. Dennis says hi. Hi, Dennis. You're on the Telegram. Good morning. And yes, Kay, I have played Hearthstone a little bit. I don't know about Mark. I try to avoid card games. I'm not very good at card games. I'm not smart enough for that, if that makes sense. But we did. I'll actually go over to Tibane.net, and then ask Mark about that happened because while Mark was in Vegas doing his thing, slanging cards, we did have quite a few onboards. I think this past week we onboarded Cycle. We onboarded Degenerate just a couple days ago. And then we onboarded WagMe, which is an OG taker on Solana, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we love the gang over there at WagMe. They're very supportive, and we're appreciative of them coming on board. And help bumps the numbers. Let's put it that way. Jack says, Maximum Reality says, really cool of Mark to fly to the U.S. to participate. Yeah, like I said, it was really cool to see that. It was very cool to, like I said, the event, no criticism at all in the event. I think the event was incredible. It was very, very cool to see. I'm sure Kraken and Wizards are happy about that. They should be. And I think the response was significant and positive. Would definitely like to see it again next year. I'd like to see that even though I'm not a huge Magic player myself, the same way a lot of people watch World Poker Tour, where they may not be necessarily huge poker players themselves. Is very interesting to see.
Yeah.
You okay? You all right over there?
Yes, just got dinner delivered.
Trust me, I understand, man. You living that dad life.
Yeah, I was doing the milk right before we started.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's not sleeping.
Well, that's how it works. I set mine up. I want to do this a little earlier today, so it might be my fault because there's a big space I want to go to later with a bunch of the projects that are still holding it down on Solana. They run it on Fridays at 1, so trying to make Friday my big socialization networking day. Do our update and then get my kid down for nap and then go over there and say hello for a little bit. That's kind of been my plan. So if I messed you up, I do apologize.
Yeah, no problem here.
Okay. That's what we were talking about. Whenever you're ready, whenever you're settled in, let me know. We were talking about the onboards that happened while you were over in the States.
No, I see we got a couple messages.
Oh, yes. A couple came in. Yes. Really cool of Mark to fly to the U.S. and participate. Yeah, it was. It was very cool. And it happened kind of last minute, like Mark said. So. Yep. Very excited about the project and the ecosystem that's coming. Yes, I'm on the East Coast, Kay and Van as well. Hey, man, don't dox me. Don't tell everybody where I live. I'm kidding. He said, would have loved to meet up with Mark. It was actually going to invite him to fly me for a night for dinner. But I know he's very busy and has a newborn. Maybe Japan for all of us. Yeah, maybe down the road. Yeah. Maybe down the road. We do the Tibane Labs.
Yeah, we still need to do the Tibane event in Tokyo.
Yeah, the Chief Pussy meetup. I'm sure. By the way, when I pitched to my wife that I got to fly to Tokyo, she'll love that. She'll love it. She'll be super thrilled with that. So I look forward to it. I'll have to take her. I'll have to take her too, I suppose. Then maybe she'll be into it. It would be. And I think it's a real possibility. I got to be honest with you. And I said this in the Telegram the other night. I think what I find most exciting about it is everything we're building is just the protocol and the memes sort of running under its own weight and what you've built with the tech, Mark. I don't think there's a lot of hype in it yet, if that makes sense. I think a lot of people are still sleeping on it. So the token, everything, the protocol being successful, Tibane Labs being successful, Chief Pussy token doing okay. Right? Market's not great. Most it's doing fine. I think it's quite bullish that it's mostly just persisting under its own weight, if that makes sense. You know, rather than like a lot of times people with celebrity endorsements or whatever, and then they've come and gone. We're entering month 4, I think, at this point. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm not planning to stop.
with no plans to stop. Actually, plans to expand quite a bit over the near future. So, I think that's great. And we went over 200. So I guess let's do that. Let's pivot if we can. Are your hands full, or can you change the screen, Mark?
I can change the screen.
Okay,
What do you want to see?
let's go to Real Screener. Let's just do it that way.
Okay, I'm going to put on screen Real Screener.
Real Screener, because we had some updates this week. I actually made the background graphic, all the most recent onboards, and as you can see, like I said, we've onboarded significantly more pools over the last week. I think things are kind of increasing exponentially at this point. We're up to 17 pools, getting very close to 2 million aggregate market cap, I think, and over 200 stakers. So 200 plus unique protocol users in just a couple weeks, maybe a month, 2 to 4 weeks, and now approaching a multi-million-dollar aggregate market cap with almost 20 pools. I think that's pretty good. How do you feel about that, Mark?
Yeah, I mean that's a nice growth.
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, obviously we're looking to onboard more and more people. But I think it's going pretty well. I think Chief Pussy's almost 36.5% staked, 56 stakers, and then lots of other healthy pools. You got Deep Nets, Wiener, Spung, Balls, WagMe, which we just onboarded, which is we appreciate them a lot. They're a great community, Dutch and the gang over there. I went and had a voice chat in their Telegram yesterday to talk about the protocol, how it works, and I think they're almost 1% staked, which for a $1 million ticker is considerable in just a couple days. So, yeah, and then we had a couple other on boards with Degenerate and Cycle came on board, and of course all the OGs, Flash Screener, Bubble Tea Cat. Appreciate them so much. Hoppy's building like crazy. Bubble Tea Cat's dev leader. Appreciate her being on the platform as well. We just appreciate. I wanted to make it clear, and I said that to all of these projects that have come on and trusted us. And I'll take a minute to ask you about this because there was some questions about audits and things, and everyone in Solana is always concerned because there was that other outfit that we talked about a little bit. They're gone now. They were here for a couple of weeks and they're not. Did you hear about that, Mark?
Yeah, I saw the messages. I saw them come and disappear.
They came and disappeared, and they were backed by money theoretically as well, and they still came and disappeared. And if you remember when we started doing all this stuff early, and we were like theory crafting on what we would do, I would say, well, this has been tried every so often, but it's never been done by someone who's serious. And I think that's the unique thing that Tibane has. But I do understand how people are a little skittish. So we have had exponential growth, and that did make me what some of them were asking about audits and things. And I told them that, everything can't be officially audited until it's finalized because any change you make will invalidate the audit. But if you have a minute, I know you said you're doing AI audits, you're building everything. Can you talk a little bit about the security side of things and what you're doing for that? Just because people were asking me about that.
There's actually a few things. One thing is that the actual source code is available online.
Right, you have it posted on your Git, correct?
Yes. So if you go to Chief Staker on Carpolis Lab, you can see the source code for all the app, and you can have a list of all the changes that have happened. which means that you can also audit this version of the source code.
Okay, so like a community can audit it themselves if they would like to.
Yes. To do a professional audit typically costs, I think right now it's a few $1,000s. It used to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah, I think it's $3,000 to $5,000 before. I remember it was up to 20 back a few years ago.
Yeah. The only issue is like right now I do a lot of updates, like for example supporting the new Pumpfun protocol or different things like that.
Yep.
Which means that each time I do a modification, I would have to re-audit the code to be safe.
Plus, when you take into account the fact that there's so many different marketplaces and launch pads, every launch pad you onboard, you'll have to change the code to accommodate them theoretically, and that would invalidate your audit as well, right?
Yes. Each time I do this kind of changes, that would need to be re-audited to be safe.
Which is what I said. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they said we've been stable for some time now. So I do think it might be possible to just actually perform an audit.
Yeah, we like I said, I mean, that's like I said that side of it's really up to you. I'm not a dev. I don't know when you feel happy with that. That's up to you. But I will say you've been doing AI audits as well, and the source code is public. Is that right?
Yeah, the source code is public. I've had multiple AIs perform multiple kind of audits over time. One thing that's happening with the system also is that each time there's a modification made to the code, there are a number of tests which are run automatically, including what we call end-to-end tests. So it starts a fake Solana chain, and it deploys the app there, and it runs different attempts to use the staking pool, to abuse it, to try to steal money from it, and so on.
Okay. So it's actually trying to break it.
Yes.
I see.
You can see the log. So it starts with initializing a token, pools, check that the maths are correct on the time it takes for stakes to mature. And you have the abuse security tests, security regression test, stress test. So there's a lot of things happening.
So that's what I said, that you're doing significant tests on it as you're building and deploying. And like I didn't actually realize that you were actually on testnet trying to abuse it and break it, which is cool. Like, so that's the reason I understand the reason this question is coming up, because for as larger and larger communities come in, there's significant amount of their tokens and rewards locked up in the platform. So I do understand the concern. Oh, thank you, Little Hal reposted the stream. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. But I do understand it, and again, I'm not you. I'm not a dev. I don't understand all the intricacies of what you're doing and building. I try to look at your Git sometimes and understand it, and I don't.
The whole point of this system with the tests is that each time I do change something, a test is automatically run to make sure that whatever I changed didn't break anything.
That's cool.
And that includes verifying, because that's the abuse test, that there's no abuse possible either.
So not only are you building it, you're also trying to break it in the background as well to make sure it looks. That's good to know. I'm sure that should help people feel better about it. And now I can tell people that not only are you AI auditing, you're also AI trying to break it in the background actively. That's pretty cool. Okay. But yeah, so whenever, like I said, I told, when I've spoken to some people, I said I don't, the beta time is good because we get to get a lot of feedback, right? That's really what beta is for, is the feedback and bringing in these great projects and helping them get online early. Every time you roll out something new, we get real user feedback, which you really can't replicate that.
Yes.
And then also, like I said, the word of mouth, which is also invaluable as well. So we're super appreciative of all these communities that come on. We're going to do what we can to take care of them. But it is cool to see behind the curtain a little bit because I'm not a dev at what you're doing. And now I can tell them, actively that, you're not only just auditing it at the maximum level, you're also trying to break it as well. And,
And
these are
this
succeeding.
is built fully in the open. This is on GitHub. Anyone can look at the test. Anyone can look at the code. Look at what changes are being made when.
Cool.
So this is really meant to be visible.
No, I think it was always part of the built in public. That's the whole idea, and I think that's what makes it unique. And like I said, I think the way you embraced this whole thing very seriously is telling, and I think you want it to be as successful as much as anyone. Was that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we have we're over 200 users now, 200 unique stakers. Close to we topped over 1.5 billion tokens staked now, by the way. So we've 1.5 billion users staked. I didn't add up the total the total value TVL wise, but I'd imagine it's a couple hundred K right now, which is not insignificant. And 40 Solana on platform, and probably almost that much paid out. I haven't added those numbers up this week either. Been a little bit busy, but it's growing exponentially. It's doing quite well. So if you're listening to this and you have a token on Solana, any token on Solana, you can open up your own free rewards pool for holders at Tibane.net, and it will automatically generate a realscreener.net page for you. And the only way to get one of those is to open your pool and start sharing fees with your holders, or any source of revenue with your holders. That's the real benefit of it. Yeah, so numbers are good. It's good when the numbers are good. You got to be happy about that. We're growing week over week. So I think it's successful. Is there anywhere you want to go from that, Mark, or anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, for this week, I don't have a lot of updates yet because of that.
You were busy. You were busy all week. Oh, I did have a question because someone was building the agentic LP provider. What's going on with Claude Wallet and Coliseum? Or is that you've been busy this week, obviously?
Yeah.
Is that still ongoing?
Claude Wallet depends actually on the main wallet release.
Okay.
Oh, because it will allow you to control your Claude Wallet.
Oh, it'll be part of the main wallet release as well?
Yes.
That's cool. So Tibane, when it comes out, will be its own wallet and also have Claude Wallet inside of it as an option.
Yes. So if you have an agent, you can set it up via the app or directly. It can sync, and then you're connected.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So pretty much when the wallet goes live, that'll be part of that.
Yeah, I've put a lot of things on the wallet that makes it a little bit heavier to deploy.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
But it's looking good.
Good. That's great. Like I said, this week was a little bit of a delay on things being like you're allowed 1 week of slow not slow, even slow, but delayed shipping because you're on the other side of the planet. You can't be, you're a little bit busy. You're a little bit busy.
I can feel I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Me either. The good thing, Mark, is it's the Solana trenches are being unkified. That's what I'm told. We're unks now, and that's one of the big memes right now is unk, like uncle. So that's in. Being tired and having hurt knees is cool now, apparently. Having a bad back. Oh man. Maximum Reality says Mark is building, auditing, and hacking himself all in the open. Yeah, that's what I said when I was talking to these people about the audits and things like that you were doing pretty much everything that you could do, and also the code is open. You can go look at it yourself and audit it yourself if you want, and it'd be cool if someone wants to do that. I'm sure that would be cool. That would be great. But the main thing is This is, and I understand. Like I said, Solana's a skittish. It's a skittish ecosystem for a reason, and we've since we've just started, we've seen two reasons come through. Hey, George is here. Hello,
Morning.
George.
Yeah, sorry about the late entrance. I just got back home to my computer.
It's all right. I think I'm going to try to, as long as Mark's okay with it. There's a pretty big space on Fridays at 1:00 that Sigtoshi runs, and like a bunch of Mikasa and a bunch of Dutch from Wagme and a bunch of those guys hang out over there, and it's always a great space. So at 1:00 Eastern, if you're free, anybody out that's listening, make sure you swing by that space. I think they're talking LP today, liquidity pools, and I like hanging out with them. And it's pretty much just like the pulse of Solana eco right now. So I've been trying to kind of move our weekly stream up a little bit, and then going down there. So, but how are you doing today, George? Good morning. How's things?
Everything's good. Are you speaking about them with the new update about liquidity pools or no?
No, we're not publicly talking about that yet. Are we, Mark? Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I would rather finish with the wallet before we bring more.
That understandable. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I think the focus should be wallet, and then maybe going into the enhanced pool pages, deploys, getting socials on the pools and socials on Real Screener.
I mean, all these things will come in soon enough, I think.
Yeah, that would be ideal. And I've had significant interest from people I've shown Real Screener to, like with that angle being on there, with having the socials and everything. And nobody likes that other website, right, George? Nobody likes them.
Nobody's ever liked the other website. We kind of just have to deal with them, you know.
Nobody likes them, you know.
You have to deal with them.
Deal with them.
We're stuck with them. They're like the bad cousin, you know.
Like I said, everybody gives Pump all this grief and everything. It's like, but yet everyone just goes to that website and gives them money for what, you know?
The most extractive, most retarded website I think in the history of our space.
It's pretty bad. We did the math on it, and the gold ticker is $4,000 for a day.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous for marketing. I mean, and like I said previous to this, I don't know how much that actually, how much, you know, pulse that actually puts into your coin.
For me, when I see the gold ticker, I assume scam because they got to make back $4,000.
Exactly. That's exactly what I think too. It's like, who spent $4,000? Like, who needs to recoup that money?
Yeah, someone they got to hit at least $4,000 to break even.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I mean, even the 300 just to put your coin on Dex and to update your socials and put your community is like
to put a picture and a social link on there. It's $300.
It's a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit much. So I think we can. I think there's some wiggle room in there for us to, especially while we're in beta and it's free. Do a little legwork, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anyone listening, I implore you to at least set up a pool and get on Real Screener while it's free. You know, take advantage.
I agree. I think so too. So yeah, we talked. You missed a lot of stuff about Mark in Vegas, but Mark said he had a good time. Do you have any questions for Mark on his trip? Before, you know, because we're probably going to close this out in about 10 minutes, but I don't want to, deny you.
I was going to ask, like who actually won the overall, like the whole tournament.
The tournament was won by Jesse.
Oh wow!
He's both the organizer and he won, and he didn't get the best card at all. But somehow he managed to pull a working deck out of the cards he managed to take.
Wow, that's impressive. Then, if he didn't have good cards, he won.
Did you get any of this? Oh, sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
No, that was really impressive because he really didn't get the best cards.
I guess strategy matters much more than cards. Yeah.
I mean, cards matter a lot. And building a strategy around the cards you've got is what you need to do, basically. So depending on what kinds of cards you have, you may be able to build a winning strategy. And I think in the end, it's really a question of experience.
So did you get to watch any of it, George, or did you?
I only watched the beginning when they were kind of divvying up the cards.
The draft, yeah.
Then I watched Mark and I think it was the guy in the green shirt. What's his name? David, maybe.
Yeah.
That guy. I watched that, but that was it. That's why I was asking who won because I didn't really get to tune in for the whole.
I listened to almost the whole draft while I was cleaning out my basement. I had my earpiece in, so I was watching. But the draft, like the strategy, they were basically playing with like these ancient, super valuable cards, which was cool. Like the draft was cool, but it took forever. But like these are cards that like nobody plays with. Like nobody plays with these cards, man. Much less that many.
This was like the Unk Magic.
Oh yeah, like talking like 93, 94 cards. Like the super Unk draft. Like some of these cards are worth lots of money. I think the one table I saw they made you like ante a card to like as your play. I think Mark's hand was worth $6,500. Is that right?
Oh crap.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember. I have to check.
I think it was $6,500, and they had like really expensive cards in there.
Yeah, the cards. Some of the cards are really crazy, and not only they are rare, but also the effects which are completely broken.
Mm-hmm.
Mark showed us the one where he switcherooed his opponent's life. He was down to one life, and he switcherooed with the mirror universe. Like they should have just called that card switcheroo. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
the Magic Reverse Uno card.
Literally hit him with the Uno reverse. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And it would be exchange your cards on your adversary's cards.
So, but it was super cool, man. George, do you want to talk about anything? Because we were getting close to finishing up. I'm going to that space with Siktoshi at 1:00. Have you seen the numbers on Real Screener? They look pretty good, right?
I have. It's definitely congrats on onboarding. We gonna make it. That's a huge one, especially since they're in the millions. So it kind of doubles our overall market caps.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it too much, but it kind of helps that aggregate market cap a little bit.
Yeah, definitely good job onboarding them. Hopefully others come on boards now. Now the more tickers, more people. So hopefully it just keeps spreading.
Yeah, I don't think they've been set up with staking bot.
They have not, and they did have a request, and I wanted to ask you about it. Maybe I'll just do it live. They would like their icon updated. Is that possible to do that?
Yes, sure.
I will send it to you, and we'll update it for them. They do have a very cool like bull horns wag me icon they'd prefer to use rather than their default token. So I will send it to you, and we'll change that for them.
Create a small system to do that.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that'd be a good idea. Yeah, because I gotta admit their new logo is cooler than the old one. They're a bunch of great guys. I've been hanging out with them, and Dutch is just a real Chad, and I appreciate them for opening the pool and putting. It takes you got it. Like I said, it's Solana. It takes a special kind of person to bring a community like that with a couple thousand holders and a lot of stuff going on and a lot of work and a lot of time. I think they're a 12-month-old token. To come into something new and try it out. And so far, it seems like they're having success and they're happy with it. And we appreciate them a lot. And we want to, those like no one is building for the OG tickers, because OG tickers don't make launch fees. Is that fair to say, George? You understand where I'm going with that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just the update alone with, being able to service any Solana ticker is huge. So, feel free to reach out if you're an OG token and you still want to stake, because it's possible with us.
Yep. If you like the idea of what has happened in the ecosystem the last couple of weeks and you saw the staking, you think, oh, I wish we had that. You can have that with Tibane.net and with realscreener.net. So, yeah, looking forward to that. George, I got to say, both of you, I appreciate both of you. This is working on this with both of you has been incredible. Mark, appreciate you. I think congratulations all around. The protocol, I don't think anything would be the way it is if we were missing any part of how this has went. So appreciate the community, but definitely appreciate both of you guys as well.
Yeah, thank you. And I believe more in slow progress than just try to be uh, doing everything in one day and uh, how to say that. Um, I mean, things take time to build, but I do think it's allowing us to build something that's stronger.
I agree. The phrase you're looking for is real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Mark moves calculated, not quickly.
Right, yeah, exactly. No, I actually, and I've said this, and I shouldn't say it in a recorded stream. I actually hope that everyone fades until we have so much runway underneath us that nobody can catch us.
And they will be coming.
We are coming, and we are coming in waves.
That was queued up fast.
Oh man, Mark's on the money when he's on the money. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I took this guy.
Hey, hey.
And
Okay.
I imported some of these into the StreamYard system.
Amazing.
A soundboard, nice.
No, that's sick. No, it's like so. Mark got the $5 wrench attack vector last week. He got that reference, and he's got the BitConnect guy. BitConnect.
Yeah.
only a true cypherpunk would have those references on lock.
No. That's a scam.
Also, Mark, congrats on the induction into the Bitcoin Hall of Fame with your new piece.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be public soon. It's not public yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say he already put out one post, but he didn't say what. He just put out the congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes, we have more information
in due time.
In due time, yes.
In due time.
I'm guessing there's some preparation to be announced properly, not just to make sure it's done right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I appreciate both you gentlemen. Mark, I'm glad you had a great time. Like I said, part of this is I think it's overdue. You get a little love from the community. So if Tibane can make that happen, that's great. It can be a win all the way around. So I was excited to see it again. Hopefully they do it again next year, and hopefully they invite you again. That would be cool.
Yeah. Maybe one last thing to do quickly.
Yeah, there's one in there. There's one in there that's really good. I know Seba said that he wasn't going to compete this week, but I think he lied.
Yeah, he definitely lied. Oh wow, I like the Leo one though. Honestly,
where are we at? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's the Chief of the Week. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got the Leo point.
big fan of that meme.
It's a good meme. It's a strong meme. It's a good meme for sure. I think relevance though, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and for once it's an actual, like, it makes sense in terms of design.
Oh yeah, even the text. You know that's Seba because even the text is good.
Yeah.
I like the effect it does is good.
There are flip a coin cards in Magic, so that makes sense actually.
Yeah. It's hexproof indestructible. Whenever Chief Pussy deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Sacrifice artifact, flip a coin. When you control a target artifact creature an opponent controls, lose target opponent discards their hand. Beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more treasure tokens, you win the game. So quite a broken token, but not like
10-10.
10-10's a little high. But still, that's a I don't know. He said he wasn't going to compete, and he's like what's his name coming out of retirement to play again, even though he said he was going to quit. Oh, this is cool. I don't think. Let's see the accident. Accidentally deleted 8,500 Bitcoin, 850,000 Bitcoin. Oh, that's interesting.
That's a good one as well.
That is a
Yeah.
good one as well.
There's
That is
a wall of text I cannot read.
Yeah. I do like that. I think that might be he inhaled the private keys. That's pretty good too.
So yeah, we have 3 memes to choose from.
Chief of the week. So what's let's just throw George in the spot. What's your vote?
I'm gonna vote for the Leo. I'm gonna vote for meme because I feel like I usually vote for like the stat meme. I'm gonna go strictly meme this time. I'm gonna vote
Okay.
for the Leo meme.
Okay. That puts me on the spot then. What do I vote for? I like the Magic the Gathering card. That's the one I like. I like the legendary creature. I do like that one. That's my vote this week.
All right, Mark, you're the tiebreaker.
Let me think. Let me actually look into this because this meme, I'm not sure I'm familiar with. I've seen it before, but I don't know what it's from.
It's from the what is it? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They kind of play it over like something that's like obvious, and then Leo's like, "Hey, look!"
Yeah, it's like when you spot something. Like when
Yeah,
you're
it's like
spotting
when you
something.
when you spot something that you've talked about before or something like that. Like it's like, hey, look.
Yeah,
I'll have to send you some examples of that one so you'll understand it next time.
Once upon a time in Hollywood. Let me Google it quickly.
I'll check the Telegram.
But that's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, it's Leo. Yeah.
It's a bit difficult to know with this. I mean, on this meme. Okay, I see. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, sorry, that probably made a little.
No, you're fine. Sorry, I was checking the chat. I let the air spool out for a minute. I shouldn't have done that. Apologies. I was
No.
I was just reading through chats while I was
Yeah.
letting you look up the meme.
Speaking of chat, we don't have any comments on Pump Fun. Maybe we need to push that a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should do something in there. We can figure something out to do. Does Pump have a way to do giveaways yet, George? I don't think so. Do they in the chat?
No, directly off of Pump?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I mean, you can just click the people and get the address because it's...
Yeah. Maybe we'll do something like that.
We could do like maybe all viewers that tuned in, at the end, they all like leave a comment and then we put like a number in a comment and then we do like a generated number.
Yeah, we'll do something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, when they comment on Pump, we'll pick like 4 or 5 of them, do something random. That's not a bad idea. Okay, I like that. Pump those pump numbers up. All right, but Mark, what's your pick for this week's Chief of the Week? What's your vote?
Yeah, I think I'm going to vote. I mean, I love the magic card, but I've seen enough magic cards for my week.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to go with
Leo.
Yeah,
the Leo cat. All right, that's the Chief of the Week.
Just so that we also have a little bit of a different winner for this one.
Yeah. You get Seba's the Ken Jennings of cheap pussy memes. His winning streak has ended this week, unfortunately.
Very high points for the card to be actually correct.
Yeah, it was very good. All 3 of the memes this week were very good. So if you guys get your memes in on meme.tibane.net and get crowned the Chief of the Week. But congratulations, this week's winner, 100,000 Chief Pussy, staked on behalf of this week's winner to the pool. Congratulations. He spotted it. He spotted the Chief Pussy pool, and now he can go point at his staked Chief Pussy, his or her, for winning Chief of the Week.
I'm doing the staking right now, putting the recipient address.
While Mark's
Um,
doing that,
it's
go ahead, sir.
done.
Awesome. Great job, Mark. George, did we miss anything? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, to be honest, I didn't catch a lot of it because I got back to my computer a bit late today from work.
Yeah, no worries, homie.
Yeah, no, I'm all set. If we can't talk about that one thing, then
No.
I think that's it for me.
Not yet. I've leaked a little bit of a teaser to a few communities that I think will use it, but overall secrecy for now.
Gotcha.
I will try to get the wallet published during the weekend,
Awesome.
so that I won't have to think about this anymore because it's been taking more time than I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And
But
I
it's
think
kind of a
when-
big deal because you're entering a new
Yeah.
arena with that. You're going to be competing with Phantom and Soulflare and everybody, right?
Yeah, I just didn't have time to do any work mostly while in the US. I was hoping to be able to do something, and the timeline was a bit crazy.
I appreciate that you even thought you would and you were going to try. I mean, I didn't expect it to myself because I mean you're in a plane, you're flying all over. I didn't expect any of that, so I appreciate that you even tried to do it while you were doing that. It's pretty crazy to me. Will Bitcoin be available in it? Yes, Bitcoin will be supported in the wallets, right, Mark?
Yes.
Okay.
The wallet will support Bitcoin, Litecoin, a lot of chains actually. The easiest for me to show you what it can support is to show, because it's actually the source is based on blockexplorer.com. So the chains listed here should be supported.
Good. So we've got the real Bitcoin Cash, of course, as well.
Yeah. Ethereum, Dogecoin. Of course, it will also support Solana. I just don't have the hundreds of thousands of dollars it would take to add Solana to the blockexplorer.com.
Yeah, I mean, after Chief Pussy goes to $1 billion, we'll do that. You know, no
yes. Solana Explorer, it's basically build a cluster of 500 terabytes of data just to be able to store a copy of the chain, and then build a second identical cluster for high availability.
Yeah, it's it was quite expensive and hardware intensive a few years ago. Now that AI has made RAM more valuable than gold, I'd imagine it's even significantly harder to do. So
yeah, and it's going to be even harder, I think, with time because there are more transactions. If we do quantum, post-quantum algorithm, it's going to mean larger transactions.
Yep.
Which will make things even worse. So yes.
I don't think the onboarding to Solana is going to slow down anytime soon. So I think you are correct in that estimation, sir.
Yeah. So unless we get a very nice sponsor with millions of dollars, or we get to the point which we will eventually.
Eventually.
That not today.
But not today. Today we keep building. We keep moving in silence like lasagna.
Yeah.
Everybody, this was the May 1st update of the Tibane Labs weekly update. Appreciate everybody in the community, all the tokens that are on platform. George, appreciate you so much, friend. Any final thoughts? Yes, no?
No, I think that covers it on my end. Thank you all for holding it down.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. On my end, nothing else to add, and then I'll throw it to the man himself. Mark, any final thoughts, and then we'll close this thing out.
Yeah. Just to clarify, you can hold Solana with the wallet.
Yes, it will be. It will be when the wallet comes out. We'll be in the arena against Soulflare, Backpack, Phantom. We will be an option to do all your daily Solana degenning through the Tibane wallet.
Okay.
Mark, pleasure as always. Thank you so much. Get some rest, and we'll get back to building things, the cool things on Solana over the weekend and next week. Appreciate you.
Take care.
Thank you, and take care too. As usual, thank you for helping with the stream, for being there. And thanks to everyone listening to this stream too for being part of this. Have a good day, good evening.